This is only a short clip from Ben Norton's video about China calling out the Americans' hypocrisy. Links are below if you want to find out more from Ben's report.
The battle between democracy and autocracies. Democracies are rising to the moment, and the world is clearly choosing the side of peace and security. This is the real test.
So it's become increasingly obvious around the world that the United States and its allies in Europe are waging a new Cold War against China and Russia. And the US government is trying to portray this new Cold War as a supposed ideological conflict between democracy and autocracy. This is completely absurd, and ironically, the top European diplomat, that is the European Union Foreign Policy Chief, Josep Borrell, he admitted that this is actually a false talking point. And he said in passing to a room full of European ambassadors in Brussels, on our side, there are lots of authoritarian regimes.
This will coexist with a broader democracies versus authoritarians, a big divide. I wouldn't insist a lot on it, because in our side, there are a lot of authoritarian regimes. We cannot say we are the democracies and the ones who follow us are also democracy. That's not true. That's not true.
I did a separate video about that very frank admission. I mean, it's really important because it shows that this entire narrative is completely bogus. And even Western government officials know that it's an absurd narrative, but they still use it constantly. I will link to that video in the description below. Now, a key narrative in this propaganda campaign, this information war, is the idea that we constantly hear from US diplomats that Washington and Brussels are defending the so-called rules-based international order.
We're not seeking to contain China. We're not seeking to hold China back. We are seeking, resolutely so, to uphold the rules-based international order.
The Chinese routinely are flouting what should be the rules-based international order that we all should want to pursue.
Now, the rules are never clearly defined. So really, it's actually an order in which the United States makes the rules and orders other countries around. And this was also actually admitted to by France's former ambassador to the United States. His name is Gérard Araud, and he said that really the so-called rules-based order is just an unfair Western order.
Because when the Americans basically want to do whatever they want, including when it's against the international law, as they define it, they do it. And that's the vision that the rest of the world has of this order. It's a Western order, and they accuse us of double standard, hypocrisy.
Thanks for watching the video, and please consider liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing to the channel. Thank you very much.